Good morning, children. Sai Ram. So today we are going to start up with English grammar, and the topic for today is subject verb concord. Now, what is actually subject verb concord, or you can replace this word with agreement. Talk about subject verb agreement. What is subject verb agreement actually? Subject verb agreement means your subject and verb must match or agree in number. If you have a singular subject, then you must use a singular verb. For example, if you have a sentence like the dog barks at the sound he hears, or the dog barks at every sound he hears. So what is subject? First of all, the dog is the subject. Fine. And dog, it is subject when we are talking dog is barking. And when we talk about he, the verb is hears. Dog barks. Singular subject and singular verb. He hears. Next is, if you have a plural subject, then you must use a plural verb. Like the dogs bark at every sound they hear. Fine, children. Let me be more clear with this particular topic. It is important to know how your singular verb, I repeat, it is important to know how your singular and plural subjects are formed. Subjects as well as verbs are formed. First, for your subject, which is a noun, it can be a pronoun also. The singular form of does not end in an S. And for example, the dog barks at every sound it hears. Plural form of ends is in an S. The dogs bark at every sound they hear. So, for your verb, the singular form ends in an S and the plural form does not end in an S. It will be more clear with the example that I am going to explain you on your screen. For example, he is ill. Okay, so he is the singular subject and is the singular verb. Fine, children. If we take another example, I am an architect. If we talk about the singular subject, so what is the singular subject over here? I plus am, that you all know, an architect. That is singular subject with singular verb. Fine. Now, my mother exercises every day. My mother exercises every day. Now, what is your singular subject? Your singular subject is mother. and verb exercise. So singular subject gives you is singular verb. Fine. I hope this will be clear to you. Now, next. It is important to know how your singular projects, singular and plural subjects and verbs are formed. I hope this point is clear to you. So we can move ahead with the next point. If there is a compound subject joined by and or nor, like if joined by and, then the subjects are combined and become plural. So verb should also be plural. For example, what is correct and what is incorrect? Let's check. Jack and Jill walk up the hill. Jack and Jill walks up the hill. So this is wrong. This is wrong. The correct form will be Jack and Jill. Though both are individual, but they have been joined by and. So Jack and Jill both become singular subject. Walk up the hill. Walk is your singular verb, sorry. Singular subject, so singular verb. Fine, children. So this point says that if joined by or nor, then the subjects are not combined. So the verb must agree with whichever subject is closest to it. Now when we are talking about closest to it, if we talk about closest, there is a word closest to it. At that time, it means the later verb. The later verb which comes in the second portion. First, not the first portion, but the second portion. For example, either the microphone or the speakers are broken. Either the speakers or the microphone is broken. Neither neither the teacher nor the students want to stay late. Neither the students nor the teacher wants to stay late. So this is an important point. Hope you're clear with this point. Next point, the subject is an indefinite pronoun. When we're talking about subject, the subject is an indefinite pronoun. Now what is, and first of all, what is an indefinite pronoun? If we clarify this, that what is an indefinite pronoun? A pronoun that does not replace a specific person, place, or thing. It is general. That is someone, anyone, everyone, each, every, some, all, etc. When these words are used, so they are called indefinite pronoun. Now, when we are talking about indefinite pronoun, technically also indefinite means which is not particular and which is not definite. Fine. Most indefinite pronouns are either always singular or always plural. Beware that indefinite pronouns are often followed by a prepositional phrase or a dependent clause. For example, each of my classes is difficult in some way, and each of my classes are difficult in some way. Now, why they have used? If we talk about why is the difference, the word classes itself is plural, right? So now why there is a variation? Because when we are talking about an indefinite pronoun, at that time we have to see that the indefinite pronoun is whether singular or plural. Okay, children. So now it is an easy method to get accustomed or conversant with this. Singular subjects always take singular verbs, like everybody, everyone, has been, everybody is allowed to enter, everyone was told to leave the room, everyone does not like eating. So singular, the main fundamental rule is that singular subject will give you singular verb. As easy to be understood. Now, next point, like singular subjects always take singular verbs. I repeat again, singular subjects always take singular verbs. Singular subjects always take singular verbs. Now, each of the girls was given has to solve a problem is carrying a red bag. If we write each of the girls were no pen. So can you say whether it is a correct or incorrect, children, this sentence? It will be an incorrect sentence because singular verbs will always take singular subjects will always take singular verbs. Now each of the girls means over here this each is, we are talking about each, that is a singular subject and it will go with a singular verb only. Okay children, next point, none of, no one, that's no one, none of the girls, nobody. Again, they are of which nature? They are of singular nature. None of the girls, nobody, no one. All of these, sorry children, all of these actually are indefinite pronouns. I repeat, why is so? All of them are indefinite pronouns. So, next point, somebody. Again, if we talk about this, then somebody, someone, singular concept and singular verbs. Next, neither, that is the biggest thing, that is very important to be learnt. That is when we are using neither nor and either or. This is very clear that we will be taking, as they are singular, they will be used, they will have singular verbs only. Now, one more thing, important point again, when we talk about uncountable nouns, they also take singular verbs. When we singular subjects and singular verbs. The information, when we talk about, if suppose it is in word, the information dash been given to the police. Now what will be the verb? As it is singular, verb will be also singular. The singular information has been given. The news, if I will paint all this so that even if you don't know, then the news, if we use options was or were, so which you will take? The news was. The news was very upsetting. The dust on the table dash to be cleaned off. Has or have, what will you take children? Has to be cleaned off or have to be cleaned off, whatever, for example. So we'll take has. The dust on the table has to be cleaned off. Similarly, mathematics is or are, what is the answer? Mathematics is a very challenging subject. Now, plural subjects. Again, when we talk about plural subjects, take plural verbs. I repeat children, plural subjects take plural, always take plural verbs. For example, the man and the boy. The man and the boy, they are two, they are plural, have gone home together. I repeat, the man and the boy, they are two, it means plural, so have gone together. So plural subject will be followed with plural verb. The children, plural again, are playing happily. Okay, all boy toys need to be put away neatly. Fine, children. Now, again, both the boys have been punished by the teachers. Several girls were caught playing in the rain. A few of the children are. Many boys play. Fine, children. So, for now, that's it. And we will be again together with the another part, putting more light on this topic, subject, verb, concord, so that you are able to clear your doubts without any fault. Thank you, and Sarah.